Hey there, Vanessa Lee here with Security Home Mortgage. I just want to talk to you right now about two of the main pillars of a real estate agent's business, and that is going to be your SOI and your farms. So I know these are terms that we hear a ton as real estate agents. They get bounced around, but I'm surprised by how many agents don't actually implement this simple marketing that we can use. SOI is generally going to be your best return on investment and generally doesn't even require an investment. So with your SOI, you're going to make sure that you have a database. That's the first step. And it can be simple. It can be an Excel spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be a CRM or anything like that. But if that's what you want to use, great. I use an Excel spreadsheet. Very simple. First name, last name, email address, mailing address, telephone number, and birth date. And if you don't have all of that information, great. It's a reason to call and contact them and let them know that you're updating your system and you would love to send them out a holiday card and a birthday card and get their birthday and their mailing address. And you can get all that information on there. So once you've got your database built, you're going to fill it in, and then the next thing is to call and introduce and connect. If you already know them, you're just connecting, seeing how the family's doing. And generally that first call can be just a simple check-in, see how they're doing and how life's going, and just make note of everything that you talk about so that the next time you call, you have that connection. And then at that point, you can talk a little bit more about real estate. On that first phone call, you're going to be able to easily get in there mentioning that you're a real estate agent. And if you've been an agent for a while, maybe this is just a follow-up call just to remind them. If you're just a brand new agent, this is a great time to call everyone and let them know, hey, I just became an agent. I'm super excited. I'd love if you think of me, if you or any of your friends or family are thinking about buying or selling. I'm right here and I'm happy to help you. So that first call when you're brand new is easy peasy to call and introduce. And if you've been in for a little while, you might feel a little uncomfortable calling a year into it, but you can just be like, just a reminder, I've had a couple people tell me that they forgot I was an agent, and just making sure you knew that I was. So you can find a way to bring it up without feeling like it's super salesy. The second call, you can say, you know what, this is a sales call and I'd just love to tell you about some things I've got going on. So once you've got that database built out, then you're going to want to have at least 8 touches with everyone on your database yearly. And your database can be your friends, family, neighbors. It can also be, I have a separate sheet for my previous buyers, my previous sellers, and then also my almost buyers and almost sellers, so that when I'm calling them, I know what types of things I should be talking about. But you don't want to call every single month, right? You don't want to call 8 times a year. So you've got to find other ways. So some other ways that you could do is having a quarterly event. And these don't have to be hard. They don't have to be complicated. They can be super simple. And they don't have to be expensive either. We love to partner with our agents and make it as easy as possible for you to put on a quarterly event. It can be a educational event. We can do first-time home buyer or an investment seminar. We can do it on Zoom. We can do it in person, and we can help you with that. It could be really inexpensive. You can put on a movie event, you can put on a pool party, you can put on a barbecue. At the end of the year, around Christmas time, you can do a charity, a food drive. So there's lots of different ways that you can find to contact your sphere of influence without feeling like it's constantly salesy, but you're still on top of their mind. We really push the power hour. And if you haven't heard of that, what it is you want to take at least an hour out of every single day. And if you're not very busy, maybe longer than an hour. But even if you are busy, make it important that for an hour out of every single day, you implement a time where you're actively reaching out to your database. So this isn't the time where you are posting on social media or you're creating your flyers or you're planning for the week. This is the time that you're actively calling your database. So once you've got all this underway, you're going to see the deals coming in a lot faster, because a lot of the times people just forget that you are a real estate agent, or you weren't the first person that they thought of. Not that they wouldn't have used you, they just didn't think of you first. So being top of mind is your main job with your SOI. The next thing we like to talk about is farms. So farms are geographically something that you choose. Usually we're going to choose our neighborhoods. That's the easiest, so that when you're going for your afternoon walks or your evening walks, you can just sit and talk to neighbors, and it makes it a little more comfortable introducing yourself that you're from the neighborhood, but you're also a real estate agent. If they ever need anything, you're happy to help. So doing that first door knock to introduce yourself, and then every 2 or 3 months you can door knock again and chat with them and have more of a conversation. But in between, you still want to be having touches, so you can leave little door hangers, little pop-bys, little gifts for for Easter, for the holidays, whatever holiday you're thinking, 4th of July coming up, you can leave a little packet of firecrackers or something on their door with a little note. And you can find cute little things to do just to make sure that people in your neighborhood think of you. If you want to become a little bit more of the expert in your area, that's highly recommended. You can create a Facebook page and invite everyone in your neighborhood to that, or you can do flyers about specific topics or events going on in your neighborhood and create a way to make yourself the expert in your neighborhood. Either way, just get out, talk to people, make time for that power hour or longer if you're not busy. And even if you are busy, please, please, please remember the power hour. It's going to make a huge difference. So that's a little bit about the SOI database and your farm. And if you'd like to talk more about that, let me know. I'd love to help coach you along.